UCLA goes to Indiana, 11 a.m. Central Time on Fox. That's right, it's a 9 a.m. body clock game for UCLA. The Bruins riding a 3-game winning streak here. Indiana favored by 24.5. We got a total of 53.5 to 54.5, depending on the book, so it's gone up just a little bit. Indiana 42 to 13 winners in the Rose Bowl last year in this regular season meeting. UCLA, however, 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 against ranked opponents over the last 2 years. UCLA 11-6 against the spread as road dogs since 2020. Indiana 9-3 against the spread at home in their last 12 in this spot. So, here's what I need to know. I need to know, is Nico really, really hurt? Now, he came back in, led the game-winning drive against Maryland last week, right? But, I mean, it looked serious. And he was limping around even after the game when everybody was celebrating and whatnot. He was still favoring that leg. I'm curious. Is Nico going to play? Are they just going to sacrifice this game to save the rest of the season? We got to know. We got to know what's going on here. If he plays and is less than 100%, 24.5, it feels like a lot. There's a lot of people that are riding on UCLA right now because of this. Indiana did not cover at home last week against Michigan State. They still blew them out. It was 38 to 13, but they were 26.5-point favorites, I believe it was. So something to pay attention to. Indiana has just been rolling teams, rolling them lately. My power rating has Indiana by 22. My projected stat spread has Indiana by 29.37. My last 4 weeks has Indiana by 19.72. So 19.72 and the power rating would have it a play for UCLA. But this being a 9 a.m. body clock game, I know they looked better against Michigan State. I know. But that was Michigan State. This is Indiana. Indiana is at home on Fox. They are still looking for respect. Curt Cignetti does not like when his team does not play well, and that doesn't matter if you win by 25 or what. But UCLA presents a bit of a challenge for them, if only because they've got some hype. And if you beat this team to death, the national media will say, UCLA was riding a 3-game winning streak, and da-da-da-da-da. So this will be one where they actually put in some effort, I believe. This is an interesting spot because Indiana has played a tougher strength of schedule, 17 to UCLA's 43. And UCLA has all of these terrible numbers from when they were bad earlier in the year. Indiana number 1 in the country in 5 factors rank. UCLA is number 107. How much of this is based on recent versus early in the season? Right? Because this UCLA team is completely different now that they've got Tim Skipper and Jerry Neuheisel running things. I still believe that Indiana likes to prove points, right? So we can look at UCLA as number 133 in penalties per game. Indiana is number 8. UCLA is number 81 in turnover margin. Indiana is number 10. You start diving into PPA margin. Indiana number 5, UCLA number 100. There are certain things that you cannot change, such as the fact that UCLA is still number 136 in rushing success rate allowed on defense. They are number 131 in offensive line yards allowed, number 133 in stuff rate allowed. The defense has improved some, but this Indiana beast is different. Absolutely different than what they've had to deal with thus far. On offense, UCLA can run the ball a little bit. They're number 18 in PPA per rush, number 35 in yards per rush. They're number 30 in rushing explosiveness, number 43 in rushing success rate. But Indiana, again, different deal. Number 21 in PPA allowed per rush, number 16 in yards allowed per rush, number 9 in rush rate, number 6 in rushing success allowed, number 10 in offensive line yards allowed, number 2 in stuff rate, et cetera, et cetera. This Indiana team is really, really good. And 24.5, it's through that key number of 24 that makes a lot of people say, I'm going to bet UCLA here. 100%. If I'd had 24.5 last week, Indiana would have covered. Instead, it was a 26.5 point spread, and they only won by 25. I think Indiana is going to do. I think the score could be very similar to what it was last year, which was 42-13. I like Indiana here. Give me the Hoosiers minus 24.5. You will very rarely find me betting against Indiana at home because of this. Cignetti is an absolute dog. I mean, he smoke him if you got him, right? Sig Vicious, whatever name you want to call him. This dude is unbelievable, and I think he'll show it again here. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for UCLA. This is just a different beast, and it's a 9 a.m. body clock game. Give me Indiana minus 24.5.